One of the things we start our day off is it's a 6-hour day. We have our adult participants kind of form a human arch. And we have music pumping. It's a really exciting, energetic kind of feel is in the air. We open up those gym doors and the kids come in and they're high-fiving, and some of them are looking around like, what have I gotten myself into?
The uncomfortability are walls that they've built that need to be broken down, and by shaking other people's hands, by giving someone a hug or fist bumps or high fives that they don't even know, and try to change a little bit and understand that there is a bigger world out there besides this little comfort zone that they live in.
But what we do find is we start the day off and we play a couple hours worth of games. The icebreakers and the warm-ups are huge, and you can see even within that first couple of hours the difference in the young people and how they respond. At first they're giving high fives and they're kind of looking at you like, why am I doing this? What have I done? And we find afterwards that they're into it, man. It's a competition, it's on, and they want to be part of it. And we move at a very quick pace. We usually don't have 10 minutes set on any one thing. I might just take the mic and yell, okay, everybody jump up, and you know what? These young people like to dance. And so we have a dance party, and we do a couple songs, and it starts out with like 3 or 4 young people, and then all of a sudden we have a few more, and we have a few more, and the next thing you know, the entire room is dancing. And it is probably 10 or 15 minutes of just pure crazy fun, and something that the kids don't often get to do. I like seriousness, but I really like playfulness.
And you know, people open up and they get to know each other. We have a wide variety of people of different backgrounds. Unfortunately and sadly, don't interact in the high school realm or even in the middle school realm. They think they're this clique, so they don't talk to people. And again, we break that down.
And then we get real, where we break our young people up into what we call small family groups. And there's usually about 5 young people and at least 1 or 2 adults per small family group. And it gives them the chance and the opportunity to start opening up and being real. We find that young people do not want to be preached at, and so we are a preach-free zone. We find that they really respect the fact that, you know, we're willing to open up and share a little bit about ourselves, and that's what we do.
What is it like to be you, really? I started off with a story about myself and how I became to be who I am, and all the trials and all the tribulations that I went through in my lifetime. And all of a sudden, the students were so eager to get involved in this question. And one of the students really let out, and she really told us the deepest, darkest secrets that she's ever told anybody about herself. And she started to cry and become vulnerable and really let it all out, which is so heart-wrenching. But at the same time, it's heartwarming because she's actually started the healing process that unfortunately and sadly, she's been unable to do that.
Most young people don't get heard, and it gives them that chance to be heard and to actually have somebody actively listening to them. And you never know what's going to be brought to the table. A lot of times it's incredible gratitude for their family or their parents. Oftentimes it's something that has been hurtful or painful and something that they haven't been able to get through, whether it's been that they've been a victim of bullying or they maybe have had some difficult circumstances in their home life. Nobody really gets to know the real you. We want to give them the opportunity to show who they really are, and we want to do it in a safe environment, and so that's what we come in and provide. One of the most powerful activities we do is an activity designed to show the people in the room, the participants, really a better look at what some of their peers have gone through. And we do ask the adults to participate also. We have everyone stand on one side of the gym, and we have 2 lines. We have everyone facing the same direction, and then we will start to call out different scenarios. And if that scenario applies to the person, then we ask them to cross the line. And when they cross the line, they go about the 6 or 8 feet across, and then they turn around and look back at the other people.
If you've been bullied, if you've been picked on, if you've been made fun of because of your skin color or your weight or your tattoos or your piercings, cross that line. And many people cross that line. And that's strength right there. This program gives people the strength to do that, to let go.
And then, of course, you have these young people that have been bullied turn around and looking back at the people that had the ability and privilege, really, of not having to ever have been bullied. And what we find is there's a lot of compassion that is given out to the people that have had to cross.
The people that have the luxury of not being bullied are over the other side, looking at them, tell them, you know something, we love you. We care about you, and it's okay, because we're here for you now. I don't know you, but we're here for you.
A lot of times this activity evokes a lot of tears because we talk about things that are painful and that most people sweep under the rugs and don't want to talk about. But what I find is that when a young person's able to put voice to it, it doesn't hurt them as much anymore. One of the other amazing things that we do after that activity is we kind of open the floor up for comments towards the end of the day. And this is where we actually get to hear about the transformation. I think as the facilitator, you stand back and you can see the difference between young people when they come in the morning and then 6 hours later as we're wrapping the program up. You can see the difference. So when we open up the mic to everybody, we usually see a lot of encouragement. People are saying what this program has meant to them.
And I've heard some students, many students got up there and started speaking about how they went into the room and we're all giving high fives and things like that, and they're looking at me like, what's going on here? And throughout the course of the day, as time went on, they started loosening up and they became a new person. They realized how a lot of things in their lives can be spoken about. They can let that go to another human being. A lot of people hide their feelings and hide what they go through because, number one, of embarrassment, number two, of fear, and we combat all that. We let them know, you know something, it's going to be okay.
The other thing we do see is sometimes somebody will get up and they will open up for the first time and they'll really be vulnerable enough to share what they've been through. We have had more people apologize for words that they've said or texts that they've sent or just harassment, even lighthearted teasing that they didn't realize would hurt someone. And I just find it so courageous, and it gives them a voice and it gives them this power, and you can actually see them kind of transform before your eyes of just being able to sit up a little straighter and maybe speak a little louder. There's such an intimacy after being with these young people for 6 hours that you feel a privilege of being part of. When we finish our day, we take some time with our people and we have them write a note. It gives them that chance. We find that writing is often very therapeutic and like journaling, and it gives them a chance to just express themselves. And by the end of the day, some of those notes are being passed within that very room. Sometimes we know that they're going home or being mailed out to someone that they love. And there are sometimes it's a letter that's just meant specially for that young person or that faculty member to hold on to, maybe somebody that they've lost that they just had to say those final words to. We end up having our day be filled with hugs. People don't usually want to go. And I think one of the most important things is it's very easy to go into a youth group, a school, some type of a youth center and do this program for 6 hours and then go away. And then what? Everybody's kind of riding high on the emotions and the feelings. And we just find it to be incredibly important to have a follow-up program. Keep people remembering, what is it that I want to be the one? I want to be the one to make a difference. I want to be the one to make a change. I want to be the one to stand up and be the voice. And so that's what our message is. We want you to stand and be the one.
And that's what our day is all about, to be the one to implement something new in one's life. And you know, we know deep in our hearts, we are faith-filled that, you know something, we know this is going to be a great program. We know your school is going to benefit significantly from bringing us in and having the students realize it's okay and implementing our faith in them. And we hope it spreads like wildfire. We know it's going to.
I think that when you really want to see a difference in your school, when you really want the students to feel as though they matter and that someone's listening, when you really want to have a program come in that can be followed throughout the year with themes and other activities, this is the program you want to choose to be the one.